So eventually they get off. They go to Tatooine, and Anakin goes because Anakin keeps having these dreams about her mother. His mother. I'm not sure about that, but he cries all the time. I think he's PMSing. So he goes there to find his mother. We get more foreshadowing or whatever you want to call it of the new movies. I mean the older movies, where you find Owen and Maru from episode 4.
Uncle Owen, yeah.
Uncle Owen. So they were just like, oh, there's another reference. C-3PO's there, and they couldn't even get the good actors right. It seemed in this movie.
It's the same actor though.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like they couldn't even get their dialogue right.
We got R2-D2s right.
Yeah, that's not too hard to do. C-3PO was okay because he was C-3PO, but the whole idea of it was he was a droid that no one cared about in the first movie. Like, because every time, like in the original trilogy, everyone was just like, "Shut up, C-3PO, you're annoying me." Click.
Yeah.
If you don't shut him up, I'm gonna turn him off. People didn't really respect him. Everyone's all like, "Oh, these droids are great. They're such loyal companions." I hate droids. So C-3PO was okay, I guess, still, but
he tried to pull off too many cheesy jokes, especially
example when they were fighting in the Coliseum when all the droids were killing the Jedi, and somehow a protocol droid has the same, I guess, what would you call it? Wiring and circuitry to support a battle droid head,
and vice versa.
Even though like C-3PO head is like a normal head and a battle droid head is like,
yeah, exactly,
skinny.
Yeah,
I don't know, but and they're both trying to kill Jedi. You would think at least one of them would be starting to shoot droids. That'd be kind of cool. I guess. Still stupid, but cool. Ish.
Maybe.
Less stupid.
Yeah.
So, and then again, as I stated in the first movie, we get a line that doesn't really show what movie this is trying to base this to. Now, obviously, the first movie was trying to get to kids. Was this movie trying to appeal to the same audience, or it's a lot more violent, and you get these jokes that only an adult would get? Example, when C-3PO falls down and he says, "Help! I've fallen and I can't get up." That's an old commercial from like the 80s, I think.
I don't know, honestly.
It's an old commercial where an old lady falls down and she's like, "Help! I've fallen and I can't get up."
And people make fun of this? Wow. People are evil.
And pretty much, and then the whole idea of it is she has like this pager thing, and that's people come to rescue her, and maybe burst through her door. "I'll save you!"
Oh, okay. But yeah, there was literally one time when there was 3 bad jokes from C-3PO in 1 minute. R2-D2 takes his head off and he goes, "Oh, this is such a drag."
The whole fall and I can't get up.
No, that wasn't even part of it.
Oh.
Then R2-D2 drags him up beside and he goes, "I feel like I'm sitting beside myself." And then the third joke.
You said that?
Yeah.
I didn't even hear that.
Right after R2-D2 pops his head off and he goes, "This is such a drag." It shows some Jedis killing the droids, and then when R2-D2 drags his head up, he goes, "I feel like I'm sitting beside myself," or something like that. And then when he's getting his head back on, he's like, "Is my head on straight?" And then like 3 minutes later, he stands up. He's like, "I had the weirdest dream." Like,
you're in a bloody Coliseum. You would figure it out.
Shut up.
Hold on.
C-3PO.
Droids don't dream at all or sleep.
This isn't Inception.
I'd much rather watch Inception.
Everybody would rather watch Inception.
It's a good movie.
It's a great movie.
Yes. See, now this is kind of the banter that should have went on between Obi-Wan and Anakin.
Yeah.
To show they were friends.
Hell, I would have even took subtitles for R2-D2, and I think we could have got some good banter between C-3PO and R2-D2.
Yeah. Well, I don't think so, because we don't need to understand what C-3PO is saying. We get the implication.
R2-D2.
R2-D2. I'm tired.
Yeah, early in the morning.
Yeah, but I had to watch Star Wars yesterday. I just wanted to cap myself. And I got it all out of me by
I watched it right before I went to bed, so I'm playing video games to get it out of my head.
Well, so let's try to move on from the story. The Clone Wars starts. Now, um, the clones kind of, I don't know, they're just so emotionless. The Jedi just kind of use them and don't do anything smart with them. They kind of, it's a lot like World War II where they, or World War One, where they kind of just send them out to the front lines to get murdered. This
Yeah.
is like, you think the Jedi would have some respect for human life?
Even if they are only part human.
Yes, or clones.
Yeah, they're clones.
Now, I'm gonna go back onto a video game here. One of the most epic video games of the Star Wars franchise is Star Wars: Knights of the Republic. Now, there's a war between the Republic and the Mandalorians. Jango Fett's
Species.
not species,
Culture.
culture.
Race culture.
Culture. Not, I wouldn't call them even a race.
Okay.
Now, there's a huge war going on because the Mandalorians are taking everything over. And some of the Jedi were like, we need to stop this. And the elders were like, no, you don't. This is not how we're supposed to act. This is not our war. And some of them were like, we don't care what you think. We're going to fight them. And a bunch of them did. A bunch of these Jedi went evil. A bunch of the Jedi went out to fight. And the Order said, no, we're not supposed to do this. We're peacekeepers, not warriors. And in this movie, they kind of just say, send all the Jedi out to fight. Like, when is it that a video game makes way more sense than the movies?
Star Wars. That's when.
Now, I will admit one thing. I like a lot of the books and a lot of the series that kind of spawned off of Episode 2. The Republic Commando books are actually a very interesting series. They show the clones more as people and the Jedi more as like jerks who use them, which is portrayed even in the movies as far as I'm concerned. They just kind of order them to kill everyone. Like, they have no respect for human life whatsoever.
And yet they're peacekeepers.
Yes.
Doesn't make any sense.
Now, let's just kind of get to the end of this. We've been ranting for a while now.
Yes.
We see at the end of the movie Count Dooku flying on his little speeder bike, escorted by two, they look almost like the Cloud City things, but detached. And they got the big ship flying after them. I forget, Obi-Wan or Anakin says, shoot him down. And he says, we're out of rockets, sir. I noticed a lot of guns on that thing. You got the side cannon things,
you got
two guns on the front, you got guns on the back, you got, like, granted you don't have the missiles, but you got a lot of guns on. Hell, stick out the side and start taking pot shots. He's on a speeder with no cockpit. You get one shot in his back and he's down.
Yeah, and you've got giant turrets on your...
One guy had a sniper. And then, so the two ships go behind him and start shooting. What happened? I strictly saw an aft gunner, which is meant to shoot things that are behind you. Why are none of you doing this? You have other guns. Like,
hell, even in the Lego Star Wars game, you use those ships and they have lasers. They don't use rockets.
Yeah. It's like, that's like pretty much like saying in Star Wars, when they're shooting down TIE fighters, their lasers, oh, well, we ran out.
Yeah.
Like, did you even see the X-Wings use missiles to take down TIE fighters?
Not
they
in
use
the movie.
lasers.
Not in the movie. I think in Rogue Squadron you could use missiles as a
Yeah,
sidearm.
but the only reason you use missiles really was to take down like bigger things, like the shield generator towers.
But as far as the movies went, I didn't see any missiles fired.
Yes.